Today on the channel, we're flying in style with the G.I. Joe Classified series, Haslab, Dragonfly, and Wild Bill.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another G.I. Joe Classified series unboxing and review. And today on the channel we got something extra special, as we got Wild Bill and the Dragonfly. But for all your Wild Bill Dragonfly needs, eBay, Facebook groups at this point. But for everything else under the sun, hit up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal out there. And right now, $39 free shipping, anything over that. So you got to get a deal all day long and twice on Sunday. And the Dragonfly is here, and we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel with a bit of a twist. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And I will be doing the Dragonfly and Wild Bill in this video. I'm going to do the other characters, of course, Ripcord, Crazy Legs, Glenda, in a separate video. I just, for the sake of time, I want to give the time to the Dragonfly and Wild Bill. That feels like the meat and potatoes of this set. We'll talk about the other figures separately. So check out those videos, of course, on the channel as well. But the Haslab's here, about a year wait. We know how that goes. I think there wasn't there a little bit of a delay, a month or two delay, something like that, which didn't hurt my heart too much. And unfortunately for me, I still don't know exactly where I'm going to put this one. I would like to hang it from the ceiling. I'm thinking about that. I don't know if anybody has done that. Let me know if you have, and the best way of doing that. Maybe get some Boy Scouts in here and tie some knots. Not exactly sure. I am not sure about this either, as I have watched zero unboxings, haven't seen anything on this, how it's packed, anything like that. So this is going to be fresh eyes for me right here. I know Hasbro put out a video like a month or two ago. I didn't even watch that one. I wanted to be fully surprised of what exactly I'm seeing when I open this one up. But it's going to be a beast of a figure. Or I guess Wild Bill, he's always a beast. I've heard that, of course, around the bars. But the Dragonfly is going to be a beast of a vehicle, of course, in our collections. And I had the OG Dragonfly as a kid. My grandma bought it for me at a garage sale well back when. Complete, beautiful piece of business there for young Kyle. Beautiful piece of business for older Kyle here today. But let's dive in. Let's take a look at the packaging on this one first. G.I. Joe Classified series down here in blue, looking good. Love that artwork right there of the Dragonfly flying through the air. In all-timer, one of the most iconic vehicles for G.I. Joe, I would say. I think that could easily be argued there, but looking very, very nice is the artwork on the front. What do we got in the background there? Oh, we got a bunch of Dragonflies. Maybe somebody's army building their Dragonflies. Who knows? And it wrapped around package there. Wrap around package there. Got the Dragonfly on the top right here, looking very, very nice. On the back, another image of the Dragonfly. Some jibber jabber down low. On the bottom, look at that. Kind of directions, I guess. Kind of the blueprint for the Dragonfly. I think that is pretty cool as well. A lot of stuff going on, and of course, as usual with these, you do not want to throw away your packaging. Let me tell you that. You want to save this packaging. You never know. You might have to sell it. You might come across hard times. On the side here, Yeehaw Champion G.I. Joe. Very cool right there. And I'll never forget, you guys all remember when Wild Bill was in the G.I. Joe movie, and he was like a judge or whatever, and they were Court Martial and Falcon. They should have been Court Martial and Duke. They should have been kicking him out. Uh-oh, knocking things off, knocking the table apart. Let's see, how do I get this out of the package? That's where it comes in handy to watch videos, I guess, ahead of time. But let's see if I can figure it out. How about, huh? You got to be smarter than the box. We do know that. What do we got? We got a box. Oh my gosh, what is in here? G.I. Joe logo looking good. And I guess I'm going to find out with you guys right here what's in this said box. And oh, it's the figure box. That's what this is right here. I'm going to pull all these out, of course. There it is. That's a good one to start with, if you ask me. See you later. Off to the side, a little see you later shuffle. And, of course, William Wild Bill Hardy. Oh, one of the Hardy boys, of course. Matt and Jeff's older uncle. Never forget him. Wild Bill looking good. Number 142 in the line. on the back. There he is right there. And then, of course, Wild Bill doing wild things on the back. Just a cowboy in flight. Looking very cool. Of course, Haslab saved the packaging on these as well. Moving on here, G.I. Joe David Crazy Legs Thomas. And Crazy Legs near and dear to my heart because as a kid, my grandparents lived up by Fort Dodge, Iowa. And if you guys remember his file card back in the day, it said he was from Fort Dodge, Iowa. So I thought that was one of the coolest things ever. This is not necessarily my Crazy Legs, though. I do think of him in the classic red. Hopefully we get that in the future. This is the Night Force version right here. Looking pretty good, 145 on the side there. Don't like that these are numbered. I feel like they shouldn't be, but it is what it is. And you get a little of that. Now, I will be unboxing these separately here. Now, I have heard from a few people, they've sent me some pictures saying their Crazy Legs and their ripcord have broken out of the package. I don't know if my heart can take that. I don't know if my heart can take that, so it's going to be dangerous unboxing these. It's going to be a scary unboxing. Not going to be for the faint of heart, because if something goes haywire and one of these break, I might just flip this table over. I might kick the camera in. I might burn this whole collection down. You never know what might end up happening there, so stay tuned. Stay tuned. There it is, old ripcord, a favorite Joe of mine when I was a kid. Once again, not really what I think of with ripcord. Hopefully we get a different version in the future. Number 143 right there. 143 on the side, all the gibber and the jabber. And then finally finishing up with Jane Glenda Mulligan. How about that one? A little Scarlet reuse with her, of course. 144 right here. Nothing too wild there. So that's the packaging. That is the figures that come with the Dragonfly. Always great to get drivers, characters with our figures. We know how that works, of course. Second box, Yeehaw Champion, G.I. Joe. I wish I was a Yeehaw Champion. I don't know what that takes, but I'm here to invest the time, of course. But we're going to bust out some pieces here. Looks like we got the big old flight stand right there. This looks like the base for the flight stand. Very cool, the flight stand for this. I really like that idea, of course. Some more pieces here. What do we got going on? Some little parts of the wings going there. And we got the missiles, all kinds of stuff. So nothing too crazy. Obviously, you got to put it all together, and that's going to be a big part of this whole project, the whole experience. Once again, off to the side. See you later. And last but not least, I would say the meat and potatoes Dragonfly XH1 right here on the box. Very cool that the cardboard is labeled. I do like that a whole lot. And oh my gosh, this is where things really, business really picks up right here. Can I fold that? That's good enough. We get the instructions, we get the stickers in here. Man, oh man, choose your own sticker adventure. I hate it. I absolutely hate putting stickers on, and I hate the responsibility of designing my own patterns to these things. So you know what I usually do? I leave the stickers off. That's what I do. A lot of stickers there to dive into, of course. We got the missiles going on here. We got some more of the guns and things. More missiles, got a little missile pack here. I mean, this is going to be a long unboxing. I'm going to have to put this all together, and maybe we'll do it in slow-mo or time-lapse, not slow-mo. Some more, all kinds of stuff. It just keeps on coming. And then, oh my gosh, there's the old Dragonfly. Flying high again like a young Ozzy Osbourne is what we're doing here. Can I get the Dragonfly out? There it goes. Fairly light, which I am happy, because if I'm going to hang this from the ceiling, I want it to be fairly light right there. But that's all the pieces. That's inside the box. A lot of stuff. I do appreciate them putting extra material and extra boxes on these. Makes it feel a little bit more high class, a little bit more special. And it is a Haslab. We paid a lot of money for this. It should be top notch. So now, going to take all this stuff out of the package, put it all together. We'll be back talking all things Wild Bill and the Dragonfly. Before we dive into the Dragonfly, let's get wild with Wild Bill. Of course, the driver of the Dragonfly, the pilot, I guess more like it here, but Wild Bill, an all-timer in the G.I. Joe landscape. Going back to the cartoon, obviously the comic books. Talked about it earlier. He was like one of the judge, court-martial, and Lieutenant Falcon. Somebody's got some sense, and like I said, they should have put Duke up there. Duke should have been the one court-martialed, and I did hear Wild Bill was saying, hey, we need to get rid of this Duke guy, a liability to the Joe team. We've seen seeing all this disasters, what else is going on? And I heard, and fact check it if you want, Todd McFarlane over on the couch, that Wild Bill also uncovered a few things in the G.I. Joe kitchen that Duke looked past, some health code violations. So Duke trying to get everybody killed, usual kind of thing. And the usual kind of thing is we're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there. We'll take a look at Bill, move our way into the Dragonfly after that, but we do get the packaging here looking good. G.I. Joe logo down low. Of course, right here it does have the Dragonfly logo because he is, once again, the pilot of the Dragonfly. He's going to fly you around. We do know that. Window box, great for autographs, of course. G.I. Joe William Wild Bill Hardy. Never knew his name. Obviously, you know some of them you don't remember. Bill Hardy. Okay, one of the Hardy boys at the end of the day as well. Number 142 for those keeping track at home. I don't like that as part of the regular line. I just don't. I do like the little mural. When you get all 4 figures lined up together, it does show a little scene. I think that is pretty cool. Wild Bill on the side. Does he got his peacemakers? Is that what those guns are called? You know me, I don't know my guns. Wild Bill on the back looking extra clever, looking extra wild, let's be honest. He got that Wild Bill name the hard way, as we do know as well. But I'm going to take him out of the package. Oh, you do got the yeehaw going on up there as well. Should point that out. And I'm going to do all that I can not to destroy the packaging on this one. I'm going to try to save the packaging. I'm going to be extra gentle. We'll see if that works out for me. You never know. Got it out. Little background scene. And we're going to go the old gentle off to the side. See you later right there. And oh my gosh, we're losing the hats. We're losing stuff already. Plastic prison for old Wild Bill. Getting wild already, as we do know. He does come with an extra set of hair. We've seen that before as well. These glasses, a little bit dangerous here. Looks like they might be locked in with some tape. Todd McFarlane, I'm going to taste it, but I think it is Cambodian tape, if I'm not mistaken right here. Give it a little taste right there. Oh, yeah, that's Cambodian tape, all right. Tastes like ankles. Yes, tastes like ankles is what it tastes like there. Pull that out. Get his weapons here. His revolvers, peacemakers. I don't know my guns, but of course, he's going to shoot it up Wild West style. I always think of him as a cowboy, if there ever was one. One of the true cowboys of the G.I. Joe team in more ways than one. And we're going to get him out of the package. There it is. All right, everything is out. Gentle. See you later off to the side. Put the old knife away. Let's dive in to old Wild Bill Hardy. How about that one there? Now, he does come with a little knife. You never know when you might got to cut a parachute. I don't know if you should ever parachute out of a helicopter, but hey, Wild Bill, he's wild for a reason. But you never know, you might got to cut your seatbelt or something like that. Black on the bottom, silver blade, looking very good there. Talked about the weapons here. He's got the old double. He's going to shoot somebody down if he needs to. A wild man, if there ever was one. Got the white, got the little star off to the side. Looking good. A little gummy at the barrel, but it is okay. It is what it is. I understand that. Looking good right there, ready to go. Now we get down to some of these extra things. We do get the iconic glasses for Wild Bill. Personally, I would have liked to have seen one of these. I would have liked to see an extra head, in all honesty, to have these sculpted in. I'd like one sculpted in, one not sculpted in, because you know how glasses are. Sometimes they fall off, sometimes they're a little tougher to get. But nice gold glasses for Wild Bill. Truly a wild man, as we do know. But diving into Wild Bill right here, he does got his cavalry hat on there. He's calling in the cavalry. He's got that going on there, looking good. You got the blue hat here with the toupee inside of it. He's a bald guy. You know what I mean. But you can remove that if you want to. If you want him to just have hair by himself, which, yeah, it's Wild Bill, but looks just strange. He is so tied and connected to me to his hat. But you can do whatever you want. If you want to do it that way and put the hat on by itself, you can do it. So you really get to choose your own adventure. I guess it really just comes down to which way you do prefer. I think I prefer it with the hat sculpted into the hair. I think that's the way I'm going to do my Wild Bill. But once again, choose your own Wild Bill adventure. It's a wild adventure, as we know. But Wild Bill looking good right here. I think I would know this is Wild Bill if somebody showed me this. I remember back in the day in the 3 and 3/4 line, there was a much later Wild Bill that came on a single card by itself. Reminds me a little bit more of that here. But he's got a beautiful push broom right here. Tough to eat soup with a push broom like that, but Wild Bill, I'm sure, finds a way. Probably while he's piloting the Dragonfly up in the air, I'm sure. But nice brownish hair, reddish hair tone to it. The mustache really good. Playing those human hits, 2 ears, 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. It's Wild Bill. Then you get down to the body here, looking very good. I love he's got the 2 holsters off to the side. He's ready to go. He's got a very cool belt here that would make a young Waylon Jennings blush with some of that inlay there. reminded me very cool. You got the Texas Longhorn on the back as well. Hole in the back for the backpack he doesn't have. Little Dragonfly graphics over there. Got the American flag over on the other side. Got the cufflinks down here onto the forearms. Got the gloved hands looking good. Brown vest over the top. Brown boots. Matching really good against the green overlay jumpsuit right here like any pilot would have. Just all day long, it is an upscaled into the classified era Wild Bill, looking very nice, feeling very nice here. No issues with this one so far, but articulation, arms do go around. A little bit of butterfly, nothing crazy. You do get a bicep cut. Double jointed, pinless elbows. You know those are the hits I want. He's got the trigger finger hands right here, of course, back and forth, side to side. Head back and forth, side to side. You do get a little neck articulation as well. Ab crunch, hula hoop, whatever you want to call it up top. I guess more of a, no, it is ab crunch, straight up ab crunch. A very noisy ab crunch. Wild Bill, he's getting wild there. Waist articulation, of course. You got those legs that go up a little bit. You're kind of hindered by these. They do move out of the way, but you do got those. You got the drop down hips, legs go up, thigh cut right there. Double jointed, pinless knees, and then you get the boot back and forth, side to side. All the usual GIJOE classified articulation. Of course, he should fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Wild Bill getting extra wild. He's ready to go. But of course, got to bring his buddy out. Of course, we got him a while back. We got Airborne here, so you can put those two, of course, in the Dragonfly if you want to, or you choose your own adventure. But these two will be hanging out on my shelf together. There's no doubt about it there. So looking good with Airborne, Wild Bill together. But now the appetizers are done. It's time to get down to the main event. Let's dive into the Dragonfly. Alright, got the Dragonfly together. Hopefully you saw some of that time-lapse video, and all in all went together fairly easy here. I did look over the instructions, of course, instructions included right here, looking good. I did kind of double check and triple check some of these just to be safe, because a lot of times you put something in, it doesn't come back out if you did it the wrong way, so better safe than sorry on an expensive vehicle like the Haslab Dragonfly right here. But everything went together fairly easy, fairly smoothly, no real issues as all. There is some choose your own adventure, which we'll get into with this one as well. But it was nice that they had the instructions here. I will also make a point to say you have to have 3 AA batteries for this one. And of course I had 2, so I had to go scrubbing around the house for a 3rd battery. I did luckily find that there, so we did get that. We did get the flight stand for this. I guess we can start a little bit with the flight stand here. Nice clear at the top, nice green base. Puts the Dragonfly at a bit of an angle. You can use this if you want to. You can also pass on this if you want to. Choose your own adventure. There's also a little bracer piece under here, clear. You can put that in around there if you want to, but it's a way to hopefully the legs of the Dragonfly don't bow out. It's a nice little piece that kind of locks it in. I really think they should have gave us 2, one for the front, one for the back. Not in the cards, I guess, but I wouldn't be shocked to see somebody 3D print some of those, maybe to use there, because nothing worse than your figure, or I guess in this case, your vehicle spreading out, kind of falling apart over time, sagging a little bit. That is a way to prevent that. Hasbro thought of, but we'd like to see 2 of those, of course. We got a lot of stickers with this one. I mentioned it briefly earlier. I did use the Dragonfly one down here. I really broke my own rules, and I didn't put it on as straight as I would have liked to, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, of course. But you got all these different stickers here. You got Wild Bill ones. You got kind of like Rat Fink ones here as well. Then you got some classics. You got the Chips and Salsa, Country, Western, Sundance, Butch. You can do it. You can really choose your own adventure. And I said it. I know some people love this. Some of you guys are creative types out there, and I fully respect that. Not me. I want to be able to know what it is. I'm not a customizer. I want it exactly how it's supposed to be. And if I was going to put these stickers on, I would probably lean towards the teeth on the front. I always thought that was a cool look here. But for whatever reason, I just can't bring myself to put the stickers on this one, the Turtle Van, the Hiss Tank. I just never do that with mine. It's just the way I roll over here. But I'm sure a lot of you guys and gals over there, a lot of gals, of course, as we know, probably putting these things on. Aces and Eights stickers over here. Big TNA wrestling fans, apparently. Something like that. But very cool, different stuff. Once again, you can really, truly choose your own adventure with the Dragonfly. Pretty fun adventure for a lot of people that really like to make the Dragonfly their own. So you got all those stickers there. You do get some extra pieces and parts here. You can trade in and out, do whatever you want. If you want to take these kind of Gatling guns off of there, you can put these missiles. These missiles are removable. Really make it your own. Choose how you want to do that. And we show showed earlier. We do get some effect pieces here. You can put those in as well. It really depends how much room you got, how you want to display these ones. And I will say, I guess start with these here, these missiles. They do come right off, and you do got the big effect piece here on the side, if that is something you want to use as well. So different ways to do it, different ways to configure your Dragonfly. Very nice, very cool, of course. I'm going to stick this back on there. Looking very good. But now let's dive into the Dragonfly. We took a look at the base. We took a look at everything else. I guess we'll start with the top, the propeller here. Of course, you can spin it around. Look at that. Flying high again like a young Ozzy Osbourne, as we always do say. Looking very good. This piece just slips in the middle. You connect the two blades in there. Black with little white tips at the end. Looking good. Looks like the Dragonfly helicopter as far as I do remember it. You got the black part up here at the top, which leads into the button to turn the lights on. And we'll get into the lights here in a little bit, but the button is convenient right there on the top, easy to get to. Diving into the cockpit on this one here, of course, you got the glass plastic over the top. I do like that the side pieces open up, so you can open up the sides, or you can go all in, of course, and take the whole canopy up if you want to. Looking very nice there, very clear. Obviously, you don't want to get too many fingerprints on there. You're going to foggy it up if you're not careful, but looking good. Then we get into the cockpit here. Of course, seats too. And if I'm not mistaken, my G.I. Joe memories there, Wild Bill would fly it from the back, not the front. And a lot of people always want to put the front, the pilot. I believe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I think the pilot does sit in the back. You can have Airborne up here. You can have Crazy Legs. You can have Ripcord, Glenda, whatever you want to do. Maybe Flint wants to take a ride with Wild Bill. Anything is possible. Choose your own adventure here. Now, you do get the seat belts. Looking really nice. Real plastic seat belts. They do uncork there. They do unhook, so you can really lock the character up, whatever you want to do. Nice brown seats, and then you do got a little bit of the joystick. Joystick, is that what they're called? You know what I mean. But we got that in the front and the back, so you can co-pilot, I guess, the Dragonfly and pilot it. You do got the lever that goes, the shifter gear on the side there. All in black, of course. But then turning on that button will light up the cockpits there. Nice green, really feels like something you'd see in a military cockpit. Lights all of that up. Looks very, very nice. You hit the light again, you get the lights down here, the little bright lights. Hit it one more time, there's an underneath light. So he's hovering over the water, trying to save somebody, a rescue mission, whatever they're doing. You got all kinds of different lights going on. You got lights in the back as well that will light up. So not overly bright though, I will say. Obviously the lights are on in this room, but nice lights here. It's always nice to get some of these effects. And we didn't get a ton of battery operated vehicles back in the day. My favorite one though was, of course, what was it? The Mobat? No, it wasn't a Mobat. Not the Armadillo. What is that other tank? It's the Tan tank. It was my favorite, and drawing a blank right here. That's the way it goes. But I will put that up here. But that one, of course, did roll on it. So we had a few of that stuff. And I guess the Mobat, I think, took batteries as well. So we had a few over the years that took some batteries. But this one, of course, the Hiss tank before it, the Rattler coming up. A year from now, give or take, will have batteries as well, and you just toggle through the button. Eventually you'll get to it where it'll turn everything off, and that's where you want to leave it. You don't want to leave the room with it going on. I have heard people were planning on doing mods on this one to make it not take batteries. That's way over my pay grade, but you could probably look into that if you're handy with things like that as well. Diving into the front aspect here, you got the big old gun here on the turning. It spins up and down, back and forth. You got two littler guns on the side that go in and out, looking very nice. You do get the little step right here, number 24, but also this opens up so you can have somebody, a mechanic, working away on inside there, doing whatever they need to do. You do got Lieutenant W.S. Wild Bill Hardy on the side. He's really labeling his own, and us taxpayers get a little upset by that, but I think Duke probably said, hey, do whatever you want. Pretend it's your own vehicle. Dangerous, Duke, because we're paying this, the taxpayers. But that being said, Duke said that. I'm okay with it because I do respect Wild Bill, and he flies this thing, so it's okay. It's okay in this case, but Duke always skirt-tailing systems, always doing the wrong thing, as we know. You got Danger logo, some of that incorporated in here. I really wish some of those stickers were put on here the same way, just painted on. Dragonfly logo as well. Getting down to another gun here, you can move back and forth, up and down. You also do got the rollout right here. You get a little magazine, a little clip action here that you can clip in there if you need to. Big old, what is this gun called? A little Gatling type gun here. You got them on each side, looking very nice. On this side, you can put the little harness here. It's got the little clip there. You want to have Crazy Legs or Ripcord dive in. You can just pull on this one. The string will go all the way down, and then you just retract it with the turn on the side here. So that works very well, very nice as well. You do got another open spot up top here, so there's plenty of places that open up. They don't really add a whole lot to it, just a little extra playability, I guess. Great for figure photographers if you want to. You do get these on the side in yellow. Those are movable as well. You got the back with the Dragonfly logos on them as well, keeping it all ready to go. These do go up and down, move them how you want to. As you can see, nice articulation on those as well. But a big, big guy right here. Looking nice underneath here, of course. Nothing too wild underneath here. It is all in green, of course, and the batteries go right there in the middle. Obviously easy to screw in, put them in, plug them in, we're ready to go. The light we talked about underneath here. And then a favorite part of my childhood playing days, of course, was the feet, the legs down here on the Dragonfly. And just like the old school one, you got pegs here. So you got 2 pegs on each side, so you could get 4 characters plus 2 in here, 6 characters in total if you want to. I guess 7 if you want to have one off the rope. So this can haul a few different characters if you want to. Always felt pretty dangerous, even as a kid. Like, boy, I wouldn't want to stand there. You're so close to this. Get your head chopped right off. But I had a lot of fun as a kid playing with the Dragonfly, having guys hanging for their life off of here, fighting Cobra members on here as well. Just a fun playing thing, great nostalgic memories that come back to you when you see something like this, all dressed up in the modern G.I. Joe classified scale. So very fun to see that as well. Besides that, the green and black attack rocking on, looking very good. Definitely worth the wait. I didn't get too worked up about the wait, and it's weird how you justify things in your mind. There's some companies where you get a little bit more worked up because they just feel like they aren't straight up with you. I don't really have that problem with the Haslabs. They keep us aligned of when things are coming, when they're going and things. There's going to be a delay. They tell you ahead of time. So it's not to the end of the world for me. I don't know. Maybe it is for you. But for me, I was fine with the wait on this one. Didn't really change my life any. And I would say it was worth the wait. And I think it is good. And I will say it is actually better than expected. I mean, I expected this to be fun. Obviously, a Dragonfly, an iconic vehicle for me in my childhood. So I knew it would be fun, and it lived up to what I thought it was going to be. There was no extra shenanigans or anything like that, or I didn't feel cheated on anything when it did come and going through it here. I do have to figure out how to display this bad boy, though. As we all see, it is a shelf killer. It's not like you're going to put this on a Billy shelf. I think it's too long for that, unfortunately. Would love to find a way to hang it from the ceiling, and I would love to hang the Rattler from the ceiling when that day does come as well. So we'll see if I can figure out a way to do that. But for a little comparison, how about I figure we'll do a little bit of that. How about we get Clutch and the Vamp out here? You can kind of see that. I can just see him flying right over the top of him. So you can kind of see, always hard. These Haslabs and these big figures and big sets like this always drive me crazy because I just don't have the setup space to do a good video here. I could do it like a weatherman in front of a green screen. I could be just doing it like that maybe. I don't know, maybe in the future. But you can see that, obviously, dwarf in comparison to this one here. But then the one a lot of people had, of course, the last version of the Haslab. We got the Hiss tank here. Another extremely iconic vehicle is the Hiss tank. A lot of people, myself included, love the Hiss tank, and wouldn't be shocked if we don't get a re-release of the Hiss tank in like 10 years or something. They'll come back out with it, kind of like the Haslab did with the Sentinel. I could see them doing another one. Obviously, not all the bells and whistles, but you could get the Arctic one, you could get the blue one. There's a lot of different ways you could go, I'm sure, with the Hiss tank, but looking very cool for size comparisons. We're taking it to the land. We're taking it to the air. Could we get the sea in the future? I would love to see a killer whale or a moray. I don't know if that's going to be in the cards. At best, I could see maybe a devilfish for a store exclusive maybe in the future. We'll just see what ends up happening in the future of the Haslab things, but obviously, as we've seen, very, very successful. We saw that Rattler fund almost immediately, it felt like. So I got to think they're working hard on the next Haslab. And there's a lot of cool stuff. I'd be interested to hear what you'd like to see. For me personally, I would like to see the Cobra Moray. It feels like you do every other. You do G.I. Joe. Well, I guess the Rattler's next. So I guess we'll go Killer Whale. Going to be a little killer of wallets is what that's going to be. But I guess do the Killer Whale, then the Moray is what I would like to see in the future. Then you get the land, you get the air, and you get the sea. I think that would be pretty cool. But the Dragonfly, definitely pretty cool. Happy I picked this one up. Definitely one of the best vehicles we've ever had in the G.I. Joe line. Just a lot of fun to be had with this one right here. But what say you guys and gals? You picked this one up? Did you order the Haslab? Did you get in late to the game? Let me know your thoughts on this Haslab Dragonfly. Let me know your thoughts on Haslabs in general and what you hope to be the next Haslab. Probably in next year is what they'll probably announce it and sell it and solicit it around San Diego Comic-Con, of course. So there it is. the Dragonfly. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. You know we're unboxing all the G.I. Joe stuff. Subscribe to my other YouTube channel. Check out the Patreon for early access to both channels' videos and tons of other bonus stuff. ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget my book, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstars series, available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and now on Kindle. Hit me up over there at SirPaul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and Instagram, and now on TikTok. Check out all the dance moves over there. So for the Haslab Dragonfly, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.